Oh my gosh. Ooh, look, the hair is not hearing. Ooh, can you guys hear me okay? Let me know. Are these headphones not on? Let's see. Everybody hear me okay? Because I'm not. Here we go.
Can you guys hear me? Because I can hear me now. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Drop a rabbit on the chat. Yes? Y'all can hear it? Because I couldn't hear my typically why I like these headphones is because I can actually hear myself. Um, and I want to make sure I can hear myself while I'm speaking. Look, the hair is like, where the hell is my see, this is why I want to be like an avatar because this kind of shit right here gets to me, y'all. Oh my god. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Who's here in the house? Let me see who's in my house today. Listen. Kinsley says, that man is it bored as in a board? Like a board meeting? Or bored as in sleeping bored and retired? He needs to find a hobby. Kinsley, come on, Kinsley. Like I know I get some trolls here, or maybe you're not a troll, maybe you are a supporter, but like if you're gonna come in here, girl, get the right board to get. How do you spell bored? Isn't it BORED when you're like bored? Like, isn't it that kind of bored? Thank you. That's what I thought, Vic. Lord have mercy. People are already, you guys are already hyphy in this chat, and I haven't even started. What's up? Oh my gosh. All right, let me shout out my members before I was rudely interrupted. Okay. Shelly SW, me, you, I hate peace, good Gumby, Jalen. Welcome, Jalen. Who else? Who else? Who else? Generally, Jenny, Liz, Peekaboo. Peekaboo, listen, Peekaboo's already streaking in the chat. Shout out to Peekaboo. And so is SW. Peekaboo, I might have to mod you one of these days. You and your streaking self. Like both of you guys got to get it together. Sweet Jules, yes. Oh my gosh, the polls are broken. I was trying to do like several polls and the shit wasn't working for whatever reason. It is what it is. I hate peas. Let's see. Good Gumpy. I haven't listened to all day. What did Duty Ron didn't do anything? We're gonna get to it, guys. We're gonna get to it. Shout out to Duty Ron. Who else? Chico. Wim made it. Shout out to Wim. Wim, drink some coffee. I see you in the chat. Shout out to Wim. Caddy. Oh my gosh. Who else? Chico. Who else? Lex. Me, you. Yes. Tina. Darcy. Welcome, Darcy. Amy. Daisy. Karma. Oh my gosh, I love it. Bobby's in the house. Shout out to Bobby. Sakina. How are you, Sakina? I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute. Let's see who else. I said hello to Vic. Dee how are you, Dee? Welcome. Come get this commentaries in the house. Shout out to come get this commentary. Peekaboo says, I look. Thank you so much, Peekaboo. I appreciate you. I appreciate that you appreciate me. Therefore, I appreciate you. Blonde Bomb. Thank you. Yes, my Lex, Lindsay. Yes, everybody. Okay, welcome. Me, you. Yes. All right, everybody. Deets. Shout out to Deets on the streets, you guys. Make sure you're subbed up to that channel because she's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right. I have Jalen. Who else? I think I've said hello to everybody. Insta Justice. Okay, mostly everybody. Okay, Lindsay says she can hear me. As long as you guys can hear me. Tina. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. So that is apparently the hot topic in the YouTube streets. How are you, Grandma? We will start there as well. I'm listen. I'm gonna shout out Mr. Duty Ron. I'm gonna shout out who is it? Lawyer Mystery Maven as well. These are people. Potato, welcome. These are people that I feel like. First of all, when we have professionals here that are creators, okay, that turn their channels into something that, is helpful to victims, that is about advocacy, I will always shout that out. A lot of you guys are still kind of hung up on this whole Jared Lysick. When the Jared Lysick thing happened, this is what a lot of people don't know. I was there when that went down too. And I also broke the rules to a certain degree. Okay. A lot of people did. Even though they won't admit it, a lot of us did. I was under the impression because I had gone to a lot of hearings. This is just me telling on myself because you know what? I hold myself accountable. and I expect you guys to hold me accountable. I thought that it was okay to record the hearing. I have severe ADHD, and every hearing that I have gone to when I was in person, I was always recording. It wasn't a big deal. But then again, this is not in person, this is online, right? And the instructions weren't very well laid out there when LISIC happened. So I apologize to everybody for doing that. Okay. I also apologize to the victim as well as everyone involved. I was there. And so what I did is I immediately deleted that recording. He did not, Duty Ron, as well as those that were involved that day, did not stream the hearing. What happened was the hearing hadn't started at that time. What was streamed was, I believe, the court unmuted people. And when they unmuted people, because it was a variety of people that we heard, it wasn't just Duty Ron. I mean, I heard no thanks as well. I heard a bunch of people, and the chat as well was also like, people were in the chat chatting like it's YouTube, and that is not for YouTube. That was for legal purposes. So yeah, the judge was upset. So I definitely apologized both to the victim as well as those that were present. That's what I did. Yes, I'm not surprised. Neither are any of us. But I think that it was several. I remember I had the recording, so I deleted it and I said, I feel bad, but I could have not said anything. I could have told people I attended, but I didn't record. I didn't have to admit to anything, and I did, simply because I thought it was okay to do, and that was a mistake of mine, and I haven't done it since. And I apologize to everybody that was involved. Anything pertaining to justice being delayed, it's something that we have to take into account. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, why don't we go ahead and start with Mr. Duty Ron. I like Mr. Duty Ron. I've watched his stuff before. I think he's a professional. If I were to compare him to, say, Chris McDonough, Mr. Duty Ron takes my vote 10 times over. And both are in that professional field, law enforcement, all that other stuff, retired, NYPD officers, whatever their backgrounds is similar to, right? So for me, it's like, there is no comparison. Not at all. To me, Mr. Duty Ron is a little bit more approachable. I love the live that he did with lawyer Mystery Maven. Okay, shout out to her. And that was great. And I think it was great. Let me tell you what is also great. Okay. I don't consider myself a huge creator. Okay. I like to think that my channel is the people's channel. Okay. Believe it or not, I do like to consider myself that. But thank you for becoming a member, Dizzy. And what I mean by that is, I am not the world famous YouTuber. Okay. I would rather not tell people that there's a lot of people in my family that don't know that I do YouTube, and I'm okay with that, right? This is what I like to do. I like to give commentary to various things, right? And so when I find people that are similar that way, I tend to be attracted to that. Real attracts real. That's how I see it. If you see me down at the store and you happen to say, "Hey, are you so and so? Are you the rabbit?" and I'm shopping, sure, I'm the rabbit. That's who I am. But let me buy my food. Like I don't do world famous celebrity stuff. That's not at all what I want to do. That's not what I aspire, right? If the channel grows, the channel grows. And that's, of course, because it's the people's channel. You are the people. Ooh, I'm spitting everywhere. See? That's how much of a regular person I am. I'm spitting everywhere. Give me a napkin. Hold up. Call this rage spit. But that's what it is. It's the people's channel, right? So for me, it's like, I am a regular schmegular rabbit, okay, and nothing else. So for me, it was good to have somebody like Duty Ron with his humongous following. Okay, did we talked about rage spit? You guys join the Discord, because that's where a lot of these jokes are coming from. Hi, my Jalen, welcome. Look. Yeah, you guys made me lose my train of thought. Okay, you lose my. Let me stop. It's really nice when you have somebody like Duty Ron call out bullshit. Somebody with a bigger platform call it out because sometimes it feels like even though you might have a following, whether it's 1,000 subs, 5,000, 20,000, 22,000, we're nearing 23, you know, um, with God's grace, okay? It's always nice to see a YouTuber with such a big platform call out BS, and he did it without even having to say her name. I'm sure that made her feel like a roach when you don't get acknowledged by somebody with over 100K. And you're not going to get acknowledged for the bad behavior with somebody who has 100K. That is the equivalent. What he did right there was a boss move. You don't acknowledge real roaches. That's how you move. He did it so eloquently. He educated everybody. He didn't do it alone. He brought another creator, a very respectable one as well. And she got so mad. Sure did. She got so mad that she had to put her name up there and threaten him. Girl, let me tell you, if the shoe fits, you got to wear it. That's how you do it. Okay? What's the saying? A hit dog will holler. Oh, she hollered. Oh, she hollered. And he didn't even have to say her name. That's a boss move. Shout out to him because he didn't have to do that. He could have sat in the sidelines and not said shit. People like that deserve flowers. Drop some flowers in the chat for Mr. Duty Ron. He's never come to my channel. Be great. I mean, that's awesome. He sounds like a really great guy. You know, it is what it is. Okay. Which is, I mean, I know rabbits don't holler, but I had to holler just a little bit. She's gonna get a cease and desist. I've received a couple of those. No, I didn't Cardi B the situation. You know, I didn't Tasha K rip it up in front of everybody, but it's where's the damn C&D that I got? I don't know. We ran out of toilet paper one day and we used it. I think that's what we did with it. That's how we handle that. Yes. 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 Everybody, make sure you hit the like button if you're enjoying the craziness thus far. Okay? Let me look at these. You guys, oh my God. Come on now. Look at these votes. Y'all are killing me in the votes. Look. All right. So we're going to get over to some situations here because we do have some real stuff happening as well. Let's do that right now because you guys know if I were to just keep going on this chat, you guys would not let me move on from the topic. Okay. We got to talk about Leticia's magic fingers. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay. Because that's too much about what's going on. Now, we're also going to talk about Fia and look, listen, I don't want to talk about that lady anymore. I don't think I want to talk about anything pertaining to those two, but you guys, there's a sector, okay? There's a section a little bit on YouTube, at least I want to say a good 150 of you that really are invested in this story. And I think I'm just going to just drop a little bit here and then move on because honestly, I'm done with the snake oil lady. I don't have anything for the snake oil lady. We'll talk about the snake oil lady in a little bit as well. But we really got to get into, the true crime stuff because that's what we're here for, right? That is what we're here for. So the first topic right here, and I want you guys to do me a favor and please drop some blue hearts for Michael Monkey Vaughan in the chat, for Miss Brandy Neal. Miss Brandy Neal has been in our chat a couple times. Shout out to her. You know, it's a lot that's been going on with this situation involving Michael Vaughan. All right, let's go ahead and listen.
The prosecution actually asked for the charge to be dropped. In a status hearing for Wondra this morning, Judge Brian Lee also vacated a preliminary hearing scheduled for tomorrow. Wondra's case is now listed as closed in Idaho court records. We're still working to gather more information on why exactly this case was dismissed. I just talked to Michael's mom, Brandy Neal, not too long ago, though, who told me this is disheartening and upsetting, but she is still confident law enforcement will bring justice for Michael as this investigation is ongoing. Michael went missing from his front yard back in July of 2021. Wondra lived about 4 blocks from the Vaughan family home when he went missing. Police say they believe Michael's remains were once buried on Wondra's property, but Michael's body was not found when the yard was excavated as part of the investigation.
It's an unfortunate situation. So what it sounds like, let me stop this real quick. Ooh, okay. Let's push pause on that. Basically what has happened is that the district attorney, this is what I'm understanding, is that they're still trying to build their case against Wondra. She's been accused of failing to report the death of Michael Monkey Vaughan. We have yet to find Monkey. Okay, we have yet to find this little boy. So please keep this family in your prayers. Keep Brandy in your prayers. This is it's been too long. Okay, 5-year-old little boy. He went missing back in July of 2021. All right. It's been too much. Now, what my understanding is that she's also being brought up on some other separate charges not related to this case. That's what I heard as well. So, I mean, this is a developing story. We cannot give up hope on this case at all. We can't. Okay, keep this family in your prayers because they need it. Definitely. It's too much. So do I generally, Jenny. I really wish we had more information because I think that that's kind of like my mind just is boggled a little bit for so many reasons, right? So many reasons. But please keep that family in your prayers, okay? Yes, thank you. And welcome everybody, and please hit that like button. Thank you. It is, yes. You guys just keep Miss Branding in your prayers. Let's talk about this case, okay? You guys remember the whole cartel kidnapping of the 4 Americans? You know, 4 Americans, 2 of which were killed in that kidnapping. I have to be careful when I talk about this situation because I honestly think, sorry, YouTube, I'm just going to say it. You got some cartel connections here. Oh my God. Oh. Yes, Miss Brandy Neal is in the chat. 629 days, please. And thank you for keeping Michael's beautiful face out there listening at work. Please keep law enforcement in your prayers as well. Absolutely. Before I even move on, I want to say something. I really want you guys to pay attention what she said right here. She said, keep law enforcement in your prayers as well. Miss Brandy Neal is not trashing law enforcement. You know, she's not out there heckling in front of law enforcement. She's not doing anything. She's cooperating and she's working with law enforcement. She knows that they're also working as well. Okay? So, yes, keep them in your prayers as well. They can't give up on this case. We can't, right? So, thank you so much for saying that, Miss Brandy Neal. And we're here for you, ma'am. We are here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Morals and Tax, thank you and welcome. Shout out to everybody. Jennifer Nobles became a member as well. Thank you, Morals and Tax. Thank you, thank you. Yes, we are praying for you. Absolutely. Absolutely, Keith. It's so hard to even say the right words. as a mom myself, as a mother. So yes, please, we're here. Thank you. You have our support. Thank you guys for helping me as well with that. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Sorry, I had to take a minute because I stories like this really do get to me. I can't. We have to move on to this situation right here. Do you guys remember Latavia McGee, okay, who also goes by Latavia Washington? So this has come up and surfaced for Miss McGee. She had been arrested. Let's go to the story real quick. If you guys remember, she is the one that it was her and 3 other of her, I believe one of them was her cousin. 2 of them were her cousin and one of them might have been her friend. Don't quote me on the relations, but it was 4 Americans that were kidnapped by the cartel. The cartel left like an apology letter, like I don't know how you dear John, I'm sorry. This is the cartel. We don't get down this way. We want to apologize for our mistakes. Here are, and then they turn in the people responsible. Here are the 2 people, or it wasn't 2, it was several people responsible, right? If you guys remember that, we covered it. My goodness, why I remember it so much is because YouTube did me wrong here. I mean, they censored, they didn't send, what is it called? They age restricted my videos. Anytime I said cartel, oh, they said no, rabbit. No, not only are you going yellow, but we're not even recommending, forget you. You're not even making 25 cents, 5 cents to this video because you're talking about it. I side eye YouTube. I said, YouTube, you got some cartel connections. Get something. Let me stop because I might get shut down. They might shut me down. Okay. Just saying. I think that YouTube's got some connects. That's what I'm gonna say to that. Yes. Felonies, like big eyes. D, don't get me in trouble because I'm telling you, this YouTube stuff, they got some connections. Come on now. Everybody. Anyways, let me stop. So this is Latavia, okay? And this is the woman that basically she was the victim of that kidnapping. I don't want to take that away from her. I know that people, I mean, where's Chico? Where's Itzhak's baby girl? I know Chico for sure was like, listen, people don't believe the story. People aren't believing. And I'm not saying that Chico's not believing. I'm saying there's a lot of people that are having a hard time with Latavia's story. Now, Chico, I don't want to speak for you, okay? But you tell me what your thoughts are, because I know you and several other people had some issues, okay? Oh, God. All right, let me just play this. Let me stop. Come on. Ooh. Well, good. It's not making us listen to these ads.
A TD native whose name made headlines after being kidnapped in Mexico is now facing criminal charges. Arrest warrants show Latavia McGee is accused of contributing to the delinquency of a minor in Myrtle Beach. Back in February, McGee's underage daughter allegedly went to an apartment complex in the 1300 block of Spivey Street to fight another teenager. The victim and a witness claimed during the fight, McGee pulled what appeared to be a small black pistol from her purse and waved it around. For more details, you can find this story on the homepage of our website, WMBFnews.com.
Oh, man. So she was involved. Video shows altercation involving juveniles, Mexico kidnapping victim charge. What are you doing, ma'am? First of all, say what now? I don't think 2023 is her year. So this was before the actual kidnapping happened. That's what it sounds like to me. Unless I'm wrong, I just don't think 2023 is her year. The Myrtle Beach resident and Lake City native, famous for being kidnapped in Mexico, is facing charges for allegedly contributing to the delinquency of a minor. According to the arrest warrant for 34-year-old Latavia Washington McGee on February 17th, her minor daughters, went to an apartment complex in the 13 block of Spivey Street to fight another juvenile. Oh my. You guys, let me tell you something. Stop it. Okay? Don't. Oh man. Listen. Listen. What do I look like? Okay? Taking my oldest to go fight a juvenile with my phone, possibly to film it, okay? I'm just saying, like, what was that all about? They were going to fight a juvenile? Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's continue. Let's finish reading this freaking article. Went to an apartment complex in the 1300 block of Spivey Street to fight another juvenile. However, a family member removed her from the situation. A report from the Myrtle Beach Police Department shows officers were called to the apartment complex for the disturbance. Oh my gosh. Officers stated that a victim and witness told them the girls from the earlier fight had returned with their mother and grandmother. The victim reportedly told officers while he tried to stop the girls from fighting and told them to go inside. The grandmother grabbed his shirt and hit him in the face. Oh my, okay. And it gets worse. It gets worse. He told the officer that the girl's mother then pulled the small black pistol from the purse and started waving it around. She did one of these. She did one of these. I can't, yo. See, she did one of these. Stop it. The modern American rabbit. Listen, where is it? Oh my gosh, I can't with you guys. So she did one of these. Lord have mercy, and then here we are. It's been quite the year for her. I'll say that much. For her and her family, okay? I cannot. And the fact that this is even now being talked about, the witness corroborated the victim's statements. However, neither could describe the mother and grandmother, saying everything happened so fast, only that the mother and grandmother and girls left a cream color Lexus SUV. In a cream color Lexus SUV. Officers said they viewed a videotape of the entire incident. Following the investigation, McGee and a 56-year-old unnamed woman were identified as suspects. Lord, let me tell you. No. Don't do that. It's too much. What was the reason? And then, your face is all over the media for this kidnapping, and now your face is back in the media for guns and going to people's houses to fight people's kids. That's not okay. What was the reason for that? We gotta Cardi B this, because this is a little too much for me.
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I don't need to explain myself to you. And
what was the reason?
I don't get it. What was the reason? She could have shot a bird, She could have, man. Are you? I'm waiting for the real story. Well, I don't know what to say. It is what it is. I mean, hopefully they will figure this out. I still don't know the reason for all of that. I mean, they went granny gangsta right there. That's too much. You won't see me rolling up to go fight somebody, one of my kids, no. And then bringing a pistol. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, Anyways, let's move on, you guys. Let's move on, because we got to talk about this situation, all right? Let's get it together. We got to talk about this situation. Look, shout out to Ikamel. I told Ikamel on Twitter, I said, listen, we need to do like a reaction of you having reactions to these situations. Now, it's all over Twitter, and I can't say that we can confirm it per se, right? But they're saying, I saw some photos too, that Leticia Stauch was doing one of these while her daughter was testifying in court. She's doing one of these. Listen, the judge was not having it today. I mean, let's play a little bit of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
We have moved the tables around. You are now sitting in a chair that does not rock or swivel.
Nope.
You will be directly facing the bench, and you will be more in my line of sight.
Let's go. That's
I want to
right.
caution you.
Yes. That's why she's sitting there. That's what we said. I keep an eye on. Oh, you're gonna behave. You're gonna sit in your goddamn corner and shut up.
Jesus, I really hope. Let me. Can somebody ask Mel if he has any neighbors? Because I mean, listen, the bitch can't swivel anymore. She can't go. Well, I can't swivel on this chair. This is one of those table chairs. I can't do it, but she can't swivel. Someone took screenshots today and sent it to the courts. I bet. Oh, yes. Thank you, Vic. Make sure you guys check out. I'm sure everybody subscribed to Mel. That was the biggest adult timeout that I've ever seen. Okay. I mean, I thought, listen, the Alex Murdaugh trial with the lady with the eggs, wanting to go back to get her eggs was like, I thought that was a topper. I was like, okay, that tops it. All right. But then you have Leticia over here. Now, here's my question to everybody. And I might have to survey you guys about this too. Is this on purpose? Do you think she's doing this on purpose? Because I get the sense that she's doing this on purpose. Like she's trying to portray herself to be out of reality. Yes, the egg lady. You guys think, I mean, let me know. Why don't we do a little poll? Let's do a little poll right now. Is she doing this on purpose? Is Leticia Stauch doing this on purpose? Please. Yes, no, let's vote. Please, I got 120 people. Make sure while you're voting, you're hitting the like button too. Is she doing this on purpose? Let me know. Leticia isn't helping her case. Lord have mercy. You guys are already, listen. What did I say in the Discord? Does she have like Tourette's of the finger? Tourette's of the middle finger. That's what it is. Does she have like Tourette's of the middle finger? Because she's just like, you know, I don't know. She loves attention. If her defense is insanity, you would think that she's doing this on purpose. Shout out to Slipper's mom who says she is a narcissist. She needs attention. It's Tourette's of the middle finger. That's what it is, yo. I mean, okay, all right. I got 51 votes in the House. 96% is saying yes, she's doing this on purpose. Now I got some poll trolls. Do I really have 4%? Okay, can I get a brave person in the comments to just like tell me she's not doing this on purpose and why you believe she's not doing this on purpose? Can I get somebody? Because I got some no's on the poll. I want to know. Like, do you honestly think that this is just maybe her playing devil's advocate? Okay. Stretching, you know, I mean, now she doesn't have a swivel chair. She doesn't have one that she can go back. You know, she has to look straight or to the side. Tell me, Dr. Leticia is clearly struggling here. Remember, Dr. Leticia, that's what she gave herself that title. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts. All right, I'm looking at the chat. Okay, I got 3% that said no. Ooh, why isn't my chat moving? I wonder. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me that they believe that this is not on purpose. But hey.
Make sure you guys check out my channel sponsor, Data Seal Service that I use to protect myself from the crazies online. Something as simple as your phone number, your name, your email address. People can pull up your addresses.
Let me know your
family's
thoughts.
addresses, locations, all kinds of stuff. So protect your information with Data Seal.
Your information is being sold by data brokers all the time.
Yes.
It's easy for anybody to look up your information.
and obligation to be present for your trial. Being present permits you to see the evidence the prosecution is presenting against you. It permits you to communicate with your lawyers while that is going on and assist them in your defense. You also have the right for the jury not to see you in restraints that are commonly associated with being held in custody or confinement. That way, the jury does not see you as a prisoner or someone who is in custody and is not prejudiced against you because of that. These rights, however, are not without limitation. While you have the right to be...
She's not, look at her face, yo. Like, let me remove myself. Look at her, like you could see her. She's not really, like, I don't know what to make of her. She's there, but she's not really there. You know? She's kind of like spaced off. I don't think she doesn't give a shit about this, yo.
Present for your trial. You also have the responsibility to behave with the respect and decorum required for this formal proceeding. You also have the responsibility to behave in such a fashion as to make the use of additional restraints unnecessary. Sometimes during trial, a defendant chooses to act out. The likelihood that that will happen, in my experience, seems to increase the longer the trial takes and the more serious the charges are. And I know that right now we're in week 4, or we finished 4 weeks. We're starting week 5. You aren't the first defendant to act out. Probably not going to be the last. I cannot imagine the pressure a defendant feels during any trial. It's not uncommon for a defendant to disagree with certain testimony or dislike a witness or a victim. Nevertheless, you cannot act disrespectfully in words or actions. First of all, it never helps you out. You've already heard one juror submitted a question regarding...
Let me stop right there. You know what is so annoying to me? You know, it's one thing to have Leticia there acting the fool, but what is up with these defense attorneys right here? You got this one right here standing up looking for shit, and you got this one over here on the swivel chair swiveling, going back and forth like he's forward and then he's looking to the sides. Like, do people not like show any respect in court? Like, listen, I'm even concerned about those attorneys. I don't like that. You know, I don't know. Maybe I expected a little bit more because your client's already acting up. So why do you also have to act like you're not paying attention? SW says at the end, the prosecution asks if she still loved her mom. Dead silence. Then she says, strike it. That was not a fair question. You're talking about God, Harley. Harley was asked if she still loved her mother. And thank you for the $4.99. Yes, Brittany. Her lawyers acted, her lawyers are acting a little too much too. And look at the prosecutor. You know, prosecutor's looking straight. I mean, he's leaning back and he's just kind of relaxed, right? He's listening. But pay attention to even her attorneys. Her attorneys are so out. But did anybody, those that are watching the trial, have you guys noticed how out of sorts those attorneys are? It's almost like this. It's like they've given up on her defense. It's almost like, well, shit, you know, we're done. We're just, pay attention, because this is one thing I noticed. I thought that was very annoying.
His observation of your conduct. They don't miss anything. It also makes your attorney's job much harder. They need to focus on the evidence presented and how to counter that rather than your conduct in the courtroom. I am also aware of the practical realities that exist in this case. I could hold you in contempt for your conduct in the courtroom. That would mean that I could impose a sentence of up to 6 months of jail for each incident of conduct which I find to be contemptuous.
Ooh.
However, in a case where a defendant is facing decades or even life in prison, if convicted, a 6-month contempt sentence does not seem to be much of a deterrent. But that does not leave me without a remedy. We have moved the tables around. You are now sitting in a chair that does not rock or swivel. You will be directly facing the bench, and you will be more in my line of sight.
Let's go. That's
I want to
right.
caution you again.
I'm telling you, Mel, he needs to have somebody react to his reactions. Grandma, shout out to Grandma who's been a member for a month. She says, Leticia has no more F's in her field. She's evil. I agree. It's so sad that I can't really bring the member highlights over to StreamYard, but you guys, shout out Grandma. She's been a member for a whole month. You guys, give her some shout outs in the chat.
Yeah, yes. That's why she's sitting there? That's what we said? I keep an eye on your ass. Oh, shit. You're going to behave. You're going to sit in your goddamn corner and shut up.
I hope he doesn't have any
That
neighbors.
does not rock or swivel. The tables that does not leave me without a remedy. We have moved the tables around. You are now sitting in a chair that does not rock or swivel. You will be directly facing the bench, and you will be more in my line of sight. I want to caution you against certain actions, such as waving your hands around, trying to stretch your fingers out, and leaving one of them more prominent than the other. Those acts.
I know you're lying, Deets. Says, I really wish Mel could get a little more hype. Girl, I'm like his neighbors. If he has neighbors, I don't know. Shout out to Mel. SW, he lightens the stress in this case. He does, yo. It's too much. It's right, Tessa. He is hilarious. But I'm just telling you, I'm over these attorneys. Her attorneys, they gave up a long time ago. Thank you for the $1.99. They gave up a long time. I don't know. Like, they just look so defeated. You got this one right here looking down and drinking something. And then I'm just like, you're being your client is being, reprimanded on timeout, an adult timeout, if that, right? And you guys are bouncing all over the place. I don't know if they're even listening.
Would be, in my opinion, disrespectful to the proceeding. It's disrespectful to the court and the legal process. I also view it as a form of witness intimidation and an attempt to influence presentation of evidence in this case.
Sure is.
If that conduct occurs again, it would be a violation of the decorum I expect in this case. Everybody that's sitting in the gallery sees signs that have already warned them of the same kind of conduct. You can't do it either. I may then impose other remedies. I could simply have a bolt installed on the underside of the table and have your hands cuffed to that bolt.
Oh.
You wouldn't be able to use your hands. The jury wouldn't be able to see the handcuffs.
What?
Ooh. Ooh. Bolt her ass down. Do it. Hannibal Lecter in the room. Lord have mercy. Bolt her down. Get her on handcuffs. Let's go. Let's go. Be the first one. You got to do what you got to do. I love it. I mean, listen, I like swivel chairs. I'm like, don't take, like, her privileges have been removed, yo. They've been removed.
What? Yo, this is what I missed when I was getting coffee?
We have a bolt and I may then impose. You can't do it either. I may then impose other remedies. I could simply have a bolt installed on the underside of the table and have your hands cuffed to that bolt. You wouldn't be able to use your hands. The jury wouldn't be able to see the handcuffs.
Wow.
It would be uncomfortable. I could have you removed from the courtroom and the trial would proceed without you. You would be returned. You would not be returned to the jail. Instead, you would be held in a holding cell in this building.
Hashtag bolt her. That's what it is.
You know how uncomfortable they are.
That's where I came in.
You would then be transported back to the courtroom at every break to see if you had changed your mind and agreed to behave in a respectful manner a courtroom requires. And you would be brought over for the next day of trial and we would start all over again. So with that, is the prosecution prepared to proceed?
Ooh. Ooh. Bring on the bolts. B.O. what? Bring on the bolts. Can somebody acronym that? Bring on the bolt. Bolt her. Bring on the bolts. B-O-B. Bring on the bolts. Bring on. Wait, there's a T there. Anyway, let me be done. Let me be done. You'll drink to that. I'm telling you. Her name is not Leticia. It's Bolticia. Oh, Lord. Her name is not Leticia. It's Bolticia. Hashtag Bolticia. Y'all are too much. You guys are too much. Okay? Stop it. What was the reason for that? You know, there's a lot going on in that trial right now. Shout out to the people that are streaming it and have been covering it. Shout out to them. Yeah, BOTB. Bolt her. Not bring your own bolts. Bring the bolts. Bring on the bolts. Bring your own bolts. I'm sure a lot of people would. Bolticia is bolted. Let's go. I swear, I think I've seen enough. You guys have been too much for me. Let me go to our last. Now, I need to start a section of I don't know if we care news. This is going to be the last one here. And I'm telling you, let's talk about the snake lady. Snake oil lady. All right. So as you guys know, there's been a lot of back and forth with this whole Fia Madeleine McCann situation. So the only thing important that Radar Online reported, just one thing that I was like, okay, this is what Fia saying. She said that they turned in the phone over, voluntarily took it over to the Orange County Police. Okay, so that's out there. There is a sergeant involved. The sheriff confirmed to radaronline.com it was involved in the latest turn of events, but declined to provide specific details of an investigation or if involves the phone. We're not going to make any comments about the case, the department spokesperson, Sergeant Mike Woodruff, told Radar Online. Our investigation is taking a deep look into it, and we're going to let them do their investigation duties. And then from that point, let the judicial system take over if it needed to. The investigation, all right, of cops into the case. Give me one sec, guys. Hold up. The investigation, oh wow, I lost my spot. Here it is. Our investigation is taking a deep look into it, and we're going to let them do their investigative duties. And then from that point, let the judicial system take over if need to. Okay. So that's really the most important part of that whole article. Other than that, I don't know. So for those that wanted me to cover this as much as I can give you as far as Fia. I don't know what to make of it. It sounds like she did a live. Fia did a live with the other bloggers. Listen, I don't believe anything that the snake oil lady has to say. She owes an apology to social media and to the McCann family. She entertained this shit. She knows she did, and she was wrong for that. You cannot play a detective and pretend to be one, and suddenly you're part of a PI, and suddenly this was an elaborate investigation all along, and we're all tricked over here because she appeared on, and even Dr. Phil was in it too. This is too much. This ain't no true crime news anymore. It is BS. Fia needs to also have some bolting as well from her social media because this is too much. Yeah. Those women owe an apology to the McCann family. I don't care what you say. That's it. It is. Whatever. Don't let me rage spit like I did earlier. All right. I'll pull a Fia here in a minute. Oh my gosh, you guys. Well, that is all that I have for today. I want to thank everybody for all the new members. Let me do a little rabbit twerk to join, to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for your support, for all the super chats and super stickers. Thank you. This is for you. All right. right, guys, make sure you guys hit the like button. Shout out to the replay gang. Make sure you guys check us out. For those new members, note that the Discord link is in the community tab. Make sure you check it out. We will greet you there. Shout out to everybody. You guys have a great night because I got to go get some rest. I got baby Bunny over there yelling. I got to go tend to her. Bye, guys.